See, last class we discussed the object identification configuration. Two small topics pending. See, object identification configuration. Two small topics pending. What are the topics? One is how to configure single object. Generally, in UFT, object identification configuration is test object class level. If you configure any class, that configuration applicable for all objects in that class. Suppose I want to configure single object. I don't want to configure entire class. Suppose in our class means suppose win button is class, link is class, win button. Suppose in my project 200 buttons are there. For 199 buttons, default configuration sufficient. For remaining one button, you can configure. You no need to configure entire class. See how to configure single object. Next, how to maintain different configurations for single environment. Suppose we have 3 web applications automating simultaneously but different configuration. For first application configuration is different, second application configuration different. Yes, we can maintain different configuration for same environment. See how to maintain different configurations for same environment. See, first one, how to configure single object. See, open object repository, resources, object repository, suppose I want to configure this cancel button only, not entire class, only cancel button. Select cancel button, here add. Suppose for this cancel button, I want to add one more property. For example, Windows handler. Observe, for this object only extra property. For remaining objects, for remaining OK button, only 2 properties. Got the point? Any confusion? Hello?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Got the point? Hear you okay? Can you getting? Any problem?
No, sir.
Any problem? I want to configure single object. Only this cancel button, not entire class. I added one more property to this class this cancel button For remaining buttons, okay, same. Only two properties. Another OK button, two properties. But cancel button, three properties. Hello?
Yes, sir.
See, this is about configuring single object. How to configure? Open object repository, either local or shared. Open object repository. Next, select object. Next, add property and value. Enough. Next, how to maintain different configuration for same environment. Observe. Say UFT has default configuration for every environment. If the default configuration is not sufficient for our application, we can configure some more. Suppose I have 3 web applications. See, we have 3 web applications. See, environment same, but first application configuration is different from second is different from third. I want 3 different configurations for single environment. How to configure? Observe. Tools, Object Identification, select environment, configure, suppose web, configure. After configuring, here generate script is there. Generate the script. Suppose web app 1. It is VBS file. See, file created configuration file. By clicking on this file, you can get that first application configuration. After that, come back to default configuration. See, reset environment. Next, just first select environment. Next, reset environment. Again configure object identification according to second application. Generate script. Suppose web app 2. Observe. Like this. Whenever you want to execute tests on first application, you generate this first application. This is executable file. You generate this, you execute this first file. Whenever you want to execute tests on first web application, you execute this first application configuration file. Suppose if you want to execute tests on second web application, you execute this second application configuration file. Like this, we can maintain different configurations for same environment. Any confusion?
But what did we do in this? We just saved that file only, isn't it?
You configure. You configure. See, just a minute. See, this is only example, that's why I didn't configure anything. You configure. Suppose web. You configure test object classes, then generate script. Next, come back to default configuration and again generate script. Come back to default configuration and configure according to second application and generate script. What is the problem?
Okay. Yes, I got it.
See, observe. See, I will explain steps also. See, first configure object identification according to, you configure according to first application, environment same. Next step, generate script, that is predefined script, generate script and store. Next, come back to default configuration, and configure according to, see, and configure object identification according to second application. Next, generate script and store. Like this. Third application, if 4 applications are there, fourth application. Next, see, whenever you want to execute tests on first application, whenever you want to execute tests on first application, then how to execute tests on first application? Then
Run, generate script and run.
Then execute, generate is different, execute is different. Execute first application configuration script, first application script, that is VBS file. Next, whenever you want to execute tests on second application,
Whenever you want to execute test on second, and then execute the second application script.
Yes, enough. Execute second application. Whenever you want to execute tests on second application, then execute second application script. Like this, you can maintain different configurations for same environment. Na? Any confusion?
No confusion, sir.
Okay.
I got it.
Welcome. Say, next, one more administration concept, tool administration concept, important one, small concept but important concept. Tool settings, configuration, and globalize. Say you take any software, you can find two types of features: configurable features, constant features. Constant features, fixed features that we have to use as it is. In our UFT, so many constant features. See, recording is constant feature, step generator is constant feature, checkpoints constant feature, etc. Constant features, fixed features that we have to use as it is. Next, configurable features. We can configure according to our project requirements, Suppose object identification configuration, tool options configuration, etc. Okay na? We need to configure software na?
Yes, sir.
You take any software, you can find two types of features. What are the two types of features? Constant features. Next, configurable features. Constant features that we have to use as it is. No customization. Configurable features. We can configure according to our needs, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Tool settings. In our UFT also, some configurable features available. Example, give an example in our tool. In UFT also some configurable features available. Give an example.
The one we are doing, the object
Yes, object identification is configurable feature. Suppose object spy. Object spy is not configurable feature. Object spy is constant feature. Okay. Tool settings configuration. Okay. Why? See, according to our needs, according to our requirements, we need to configure configurable features. But what about this globalize? Globalize. What is globalize? Providing common configuration for all missions in a project. See, globalization having different meanings. In our scenario, providing common configuration for all missions in our project. Suppose we 3 members working for a project using 3 different missions. As a test lead or team lead, I configured tool settings according to my mission. I configured tool settings in my mission. How can all team members can get same configuration? UFT is not client server application. If it is client server application, if you perform settings at server end, all clients can get same configuration. But UFT is one-tier application, standalone application, desktop application. We cannot share services. Then how to globalize? Using that generate script feature, we can globalize. Got the point? Here globalizing tool settings required na?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
if it is quality center, ALM, no need to globalize settings. Why? Quality center having client server architecture. If you perform any settings at server end, all clients can get same settings. But UFT is one-tier application. See. First one, what is globalize tool settings? What is globalize tool settings? Next, why globalize tool settings? Next, how to globalize? First, what is globalize tool settings? Providing common configuration for all, providing common configuration for all missions, missions means computers, in a project, providing common configuration for all computers in a project. Next, why globalize tool settings? Tell me. Already indirectly I explained that. Why globalize tool settings? Say, since UFT is one tier application, one tier, or you can say standalone, or you can say desktop application, we can't share settings. So we need to globalize. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Suppose, for example, we two members working for a project, same project. As a team lead, I configured settings in my mission. How can you get same configuration in your mission? We need to globalize now.
Yes, sir. I got
How to globalize? Using generate script. Using, just a minute. Using generate script feature, we can globalize. Tool settings. Okay. So I will show that one. Observe. Create one folder. Tool settings. Observe. UFT tool settings available in 3 areas. Important UFT tool settings available in 3 areas. Important UFT tool settings available in 3 areas. First area, file menu, settings. Next, tools menu, object identification, next, tools menu, options. See, first I created one folder, tool settings, file menu, settings. See, configure these settings according to your project. Here I am just navigating. You can configure. Configure. Next, here generate script feature is there. Observe, Click to generate an automation script for the test settings. Click to generate an automation script for the test settings. See, generate script, tool settings. This is test settings .vbs. It is predefined AOM file. Predefined. Earlier we used user-defined AOM file for batch testing. This is predefined AOM file. Who generates this file? UFT tool. Next, just a minute, observe. Predefined AOM file. See here, quick test application object na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, tools menu, object identification. Here select environment, configure settings, configure. Next, generate script. This is OBJ, any meaningful name. Object identification .vbs. Next, tools menu, options. See here, generate settings according to your project. Configure settings according to your project and generate script. See, tool options .vbs. See, oh, say in this tool settings folder, 3 files. First one for object identification, next test settings, next tool options. These are external files. This folder, external folder, you can share this folder through intranet, local area network or wide area network. By executing these scripts, all team members can get same settings. Got the point? Any confusion?
No confusion, sir.
See, first, as a test lead or team lead, I configured settings in my machine and generated scripts. Next, I shared these scripts through network, local area network or wide area network. By executing these files, all team members can get same settings. This is about globalizing tool settings. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. I will show that one in the single machine only. Observe tools, object identification. Just a minute. Suppose our environment is standard Windows. I configured. See, default configuration is native class text for this Win button, assistive window ID, smart identification not enabled, ordinal identifier location. But according to my project, I am changing this one. See. Observe, native class text to X coordinate, Y coordinate, ordinal identifier index. Like this I configured. Next, not only this class, you configure remaining test object classes also. Next, generate script. Okay. Next, come back to default configuration. Default configuration. Tools, object identification. Select environment. Reset test environment. Next, win button. Observe what are the properties for win button object class. Win button class. Mandatory native class text. Assistive window ID. Location. Ordinal identifier. Location. See, this is the configuration. Just observe once again. Select environment. Select test object class. Mandatory properties native class text. Assistive properties window ID. Ordinal identifier location. Okay. Close the tool. Next. Suppose I want this new configuration. Execute this file. It is executable file. Just a minute. See, it launches UFT tool and internally configures object identification. Tools, object identification, select environment, select test object class. Not configured. Okay, trial version has some problems. Generate once again. Close the tool. Generate the execute the script. Tools, object identification, select environment, select test object class. Still native class text window ID. What is the problem? Just a minute. Run. Tools, object identification, select environment. Same. Just a minute. See, I am configuring this one. Okay. After configuration, generate script. Relaunch the tool. Just a minute. Come back to default. Come back to default. Select environment, test object class, default. Now observe default configuration now.
Yes, sir.
Native class text window ID location. Next, run this file. Tools, object identification, select environment, Win button, same. Just a minute. Run the script once again. Just a minute. Observe. Object identification changed now.
It's yes. Yeah, screen is doing very delay response today.
Observe.
Yes.
Native, what are the properties for win button? We came back to default configuration. But
Yes.
according to this configuration file, it changed now. What
Yes,
are the
sir.
properties? For win button, native class text assistive XY. What about ordinal identifier? Location to index now.
Yes.
See, this is about globalize tool settings. Next one, small topic. Virtual object configuration. Small topic. Virtual object configuration. What is virtual object configuration? See, it is a process of configuring an area as virtual object. Suppose in our application one area is there, in that area functionality also there, but UFT is not recognizing that area as object. You can make it as virtual object. If any functionality is there, it may work. It is trial and error feature. It may work, may not work. Trial and error. See, it is a process of making an area as virtual object. Making an area or user defined object. Any user defined objects are there. User means here developer. As virtual object. When we go for virtual object configuration, suppose in our application, say, what is virtual object configuration? Next, when we choose virtual object configuration, say, suppose in our application, in our AUT, application under test term, real-time term, suppose in our AUT, one area is there, UFT is not recognizing, see in that area functionality also there, UFT is not recognizing that area as object, then we can configure that area as object. Tell me what is
Suppose there is a text box and that text box is not. So
text box.
if there is a text box and there is not
Recognizing
not
UFT, then you can configure virtual object. But what I told, trial and error feature, it may work, may not work. No guarantee.
Okay.
Hello?
If it doesn't work, then how to identify, sir?
If it doesn't work, so other solutions are there that we will discuss in test planning automation framework chapter.
Okay, okay, sir.
This is one of the solution. Alternates are there. Say that concept is not related to this chapter, that we will discuss in UFT test planning chapter. Tell me, what is what is virtual object configuration? What is virtual object configuration?
It is the process of making an area or user defined as virtual objects.
Or user defined object as virtual object. When we choose virtual object configuration?
When the object, when the area cannot be recognized
by UFT
during AUT.
Maintain the clarity.
Application under test.
Application under test. Say, suppose one area is there in our application under test, that area is not recognizing by UFT as object, then we can configure virtual object configuration. If any functionality is there, it may work, may not work. Okay. And one more thing, we have two types of test design: object repository based test design and descriptive programming. See, we have two types of test design in UFT. One is object repository based test design, another is descriptive programming. Again, in object repository based test design, we have two methods. One is recording, another is keyword driven methodology. This feature is related to recording only. If we use descriptive programming, this feature is not related. You cannot use this feature. If we use shared object method, you can't use this feature. See, virtual object configuration feature. Virtual object configuration feature is related to test recording only. Say I will show a small example. Concentrate. Say a small VB form. We have VB add-in, record, recording. Suppose here one color area is there. In that color area, functionality also there. Here no functionality, just assume. Functionality is there, but UFT is not recognizing this area as object. Click on this area. See. Observe, wherever you click, it is considering as VB window only. No child object. Observe, no child object na.
Yes, sir.
See, click on this color area. No child object, just parent only. For example, functionality is there in this area. Here no functionality, just assume. Functionality is there, but UFT is not recognizing this area as object. Then you can make it as virtual object. If functionality is there, it may work. See, how to configure. Tools menu, virtual object manager, click new, next. Here select class of object. Suppose my feeling is this object is button type. Suppose your required class of object not available, then you select generic object. Observe, here all classes of object not available, only some classes. Suppose my feeling that area is button, I can select button. Suppose my feeling that area is combo box, here no combo box. Suppose if you don't find your required class in this drop down, then you select generic object. What is the generic class? What is the generic class?
Checkbox.
Checkbox is generic. It is common for all objects.
No,
Checkbox is generic. See, what my question is, here select class. My feeling that area is button. I can select button. Okay. Suppose my feeling that area is not button, combo box. Here no combo box class. Here only a few classes, not all classes. Then how to select class? Select generic class. Generic class. Here what is the generic class? Identify. Button is not generic, table is not generic, checkbox is not generic.
List.
List is generic. Object.
Object.
Object is generic. Object means if it is window or combo box or checkbox or list box, anything. It is generic na?
Yes, sir.
See, suppose my feeling is button, select button class. Next, mark the object. See, mark. Just a minute. Next, here button name. Suppose submit. Submit. Finish. Close. Now take new test. Record the navigation. Wherever you click, it is taking VB window only. Click on this color area. Observe. It is treating as virtual button now.
Yes.
If any functionality is there, it may work, may not work.
Oh, okay.
Trial and error.
Okay. Sorry.
Next. Say, you tell me the navigation for this.
Tools.
Just a minute. Navigation for configuring virtual object. Navigation for virtual object configuration. Tools.
Virtual objects.
Virtual object. Next, virtual object manager. Next, virtual object manager. See, tools, virtual object manager. Click new, click next. Click new, click next. Next, select class of object. Select class of object. Next, next, mark the object. Next, next, enter object name if required, otherwise it takes default name. Enter object name ABCD, finish. Okay? Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, one more topic. This is related to VB script. Important one. Small chapter, but important chapter. VB script concept. Dictionary. Dictionary object. Dictionary object. What is the purpose of dictionary object? Tell me, we discussed, I have given a brief idea. We discussed the file system object, Excel object, database objects, and dictionary object also. What is dictionary object?
I forgot, sir.
Okay, cool. It is used to, it is different kind of object. For example, tell me what is file system object? Purpose. File system object used to work with drives, folders, and files. Next, what is Excel application object? What is Excel application object?
Used to work with Excel application. Create,
yes. Yes. Used to work with Excel application or Excel files. What is the purpose of Word application object? Used to work with Word application, or you can say Word documents. What is the purpose of database connection object?
Work with database.
Used to connect to databases.
Database.
What is the purpose of database record set object? Used to perform operations on database tables. Okay na? Same way, what is the purpose of dictionary object? It is used to define key. Key means index. Key comma value pairs. It is used to define key value pairs. And one more thing, it is equivalent to associated array in parallel script. It is equivalent to associated array in parallel script. It is equivalent to associated array in parallel script. Say, in VB script we have three types of variables. What are, in VB script we have two types of variables. What are the two types of variables in VB script? We have two types of variables in VB script. What are the two types? scalar variables for storing one value at a time. Next, array variables for storing series of values at a time based on size of the array. In parallel script, we have three types of variables: scalar variables, array variables, next associated array, or you can say hash variable. See, in VB script we have two types of variables: scalar variables, array variables. In parallel script we have three types of variables. Tell me, in VB script we have two types of variables. What are they?
Scalar variable and array variable.
In parallel script we have three types of variables. What are they? In parallel script we have three types of variables: scalar variables, array variables, and associated array or hash variable. Any confusion?
No confusion. I got it.
Tell me once again. In parallel script we have three types of variables. What are the three types?
Scalar, array, and associated array.
But in VB script no associated array. Equivalent concept is, what is the equivalent feature of associated array in VB script? What is the equivalent feature in VB script for associated array in parallel script?
Dictionary object.
You are not responding properly.
Dictionary object.
See, already I told. See, this line also visible. It is equivalent to associated array in parallel script, na? Why you are confusing? See. Find. See, got the conclusion?
Yes, sir.
Say, in VB script we have two types of variables: scalar variables and array variables. In parallel script three types of variables: scalar variables, array variables, and associated arrays. But in VB script no third type, but equivalent feature is there. What is the equivalent feature of associated array in parallel script? Equivalent feature in VB script. Equivalent
Dictionary
feature
object.
in dictionary object. Say dictionary object is equivalent to associated array in parallel script. Okay. Dictionary object is equivalent to associated array in parallel script. First of all, what is the difference between array and associated array? See, array, associated array. What is the difference? Say, in case of general arrays, user can define, see, in case of array variables, user can define values only, keys, system defined, values only, keys means indexes are predefined. System defined means script defined. Predefined, or you can say predefined. Okay. But in case of associated array or dictionary object, in case of associated array or dictionary object, associated array in Perl or dictionary object, it is in VB script. User can define key and value pairs. Suppose array. In VB script you declare array using dim statement, dim a of 3. You can assign 4 values 0 to 3, arrays having 0 based index. How? A of 0 equal to 10, a of 1 equal to, you can assign different types of data also. India. Next, a of 2 equal to, suppose date 10/10/2010, a of 3 equal to 100. Say, observe these 0, 1, 2, 3. What are these? 0, 1, 2, 3 keys. Next, 10 India, 10/10/2010, 100. What are these? Right side. Values. Say here we can define values only na. Suppose instead of 10 you can use 20, 30, anything. But 0, 1, 2, 3 predefined na. Suppose I don't want 1. I want I for India. I want D for date. We can't define keys. Why? Keys are predefined. Okay. Suppose in case of dictionary object or associated array, we can define key and value pairs. Find the difference between general array and associated array or dictionary object. Tell me the difference.
Yes, sir.
Tell me. What is the difference between array and associated array or dictionary object?
In case of array, a user can define values only. Keys are predefined. In case of associate array in Perl or dictionary object,
in VB script,
user can define key and value pairs.
Good. See. What is the difference? Difference between array and associated array. Okay. Dictionary object is used to define key and value pairs. What is the use of dictionary object in UFT test automation? Remember environment variables for global variables. Environment variables is not VB script feature. You can use dictionary items. You can use dictionary items as global variables. Earlier we used environment variables as global variables. Earlier we used environment variables as global variables. You can use dictionary items as global variables. Means this is alternate to environment variables. See, environment variables is not VB script feature, but dictionary object is VB script feature. For example, checkpoint is not VB script feature. Checkpoint UFT tool feature. Alternate, conditional statements VB script feature. We can use dictionary items as global variables. Earlier we used environment variables as global variables, na?
Yes, sir.
See, example. See, first I will show dictionary object example, then global variables. See, dim input. See, this is just dictionary object. Otherwise, you can use OBJ dictionary. Create object. You know how to create automation object in VB script. You know how to create automation object in VB script. Set variable equal to create object of class value. What is the class value for creating dictionary object? Remember?
Dictionary.
You need to remember. Scripting dot
Files dictionary object.
Scripting dot dictionary. Next. Dot. Now it is object. Add key value pairs. See, key can be anything except array. Key can be anything. Alphabet or number or special character except array. Suppose 1 for numeric values, no double quotes required. 100. Observe, 1 is key, 100 is item or value. Next, if it is string type data, use double quotes. Agent. Hyderabad. Password. Mercury. Next, app path, application path. Provide the path of the application. Next, key can be anything. Suppose star. ABC dot add, suppose D for date, hash symbol. See, this is about adding, defining key value pairs. Key and items, you can say. Next, a few methods and properties available in this class. Dot count, if you try to display. What is the output? Tell me the output. Items count. What is the last statement output?
Items count. Dictionary object count add 100 means 2.
How many items we added? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 na?
6, yes.
6 items. Next, dictionary object dot remove of certain key, suppose 1. After removing one item, next count. Count. What is the count? 5.
5.
Yes, 5. Next, suppose dictionary dot exists of key, suppose star. It returns Boolean result. Observe that key exists or not.
Exist.
Suppose A. False. Next, remove all. After that, take the count. What is the last statement output? What is the last statement output?
Remove all. It's 0?
0, yes. Run the script. Say item 6. After removing one item 5. Next, the existence of star key true. Existence of A false. Next, 0. UFT example. Just a minute. create one library file. You know how to create library file. Launch Notepad. Paste the code. Save as VBS file. Suppose input.vbs, any meaningful name you can use. Next, record one script. If you want to observe the test execution process, insert wait statement. It is optional. Run it once. Executing. ASDF agent name. Next, associate that VBS file, input VBS file, file, settings, resources, click add icon, browse path of the library, desktop, input. Next, use dictionary keys as global variables instead of environment variables. Earlier we used environment variables. OBJ dictionary of app path agent. Observe this file. Here app path is there na, item. Next agent password also there na. These can be used for number of tests, n number of tests.
Yes, sir.
Run the script. Now it is taking Hyderabad na. This concept is dictionary. Yes. Suppose any modifications are there in future, you no need to open any test. Open this open this dictionary object file. Here perform changes. Suppose Mumbai. These can be automatically reflected to all associated tests. Run. Just a minute. Now it is, why it is taking Hyderabad? Hyderabad. Just a minute. Here you modify. View Solution Explorer. Input. Run. Taking London na?
Yes, sir.
Suppose modify once again. Delhi. Run. Now it is taking Delhi. Observe dictionary items as global variables. In parameterization chapter also one topic pending. We can use dictionary keys as parameters. We covered that concept in this chapter. Okay, this is about dictionary object. We will meet tomorrow same time.